We're live, baby. Hello. We don't have no guest.
Get off the camera, weirdo.
Okay, guys. So we don't have a guest tonight on TikTok and BS. So it's just myself and my brother Kevin, the Tech Ninja. So tonight we're just going to kind of freestyle it. Maybe get some random guests on. Just see what kind of crap happens. So, as always, if you have any questions that you want to put to us or any of the random guests, hashtag that TTBS, and we will get to those questions. So, Kevin, how was the 4th of July, sir?
Yeah, man, my 4th of July was good. I did some grilling outside. We set up some fireworks. We hung out. I got some family in town, man. So it was good, dude. I can't complain. How was your 4th of? Ooh, never mind. The Brits don't like 4th of July. Ooh, that's kind of not a. It's kind of a sore spot when you got your butt beat by the Americans.
Oh dear.
Trying to
I
run
actually,
trying
I
to run
actually
it
went.
3,000 miles from, or whatever, 6,000 miles from. Way to go. That's not wrong.
Yeah, I actually went some hill climbing yesterday.
Sweet.
Met some Americans just at the top of the summit. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it must have been
Um,
an awesome day. You met some Americans, man. Good,
yeah.
man. Do you feel enriched and better about your life now?
Yeah, I feel as if today I'm probably more knowledgeable and have a better understanding about life and blowing stuff up.
Hey, man, you're close enough to being an American right there, man. Blow stuff up and life and knowledge, man. Sweet.
Yes,
Hey, so let's. I kind of have a question for you, man. I know you're a One user. I'm
indeed.
wondering, what do you think about the One 2 leaks that are actually coming out right now? Like, what's
So I'm a bit mixed up about the leaks. I mean, all of it looks pretty impressive, super fast fingerprint scanner, all that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty concerned that the battery life. I know you're saying it's definitely not going to be as good, but I'm really still holding out hope because right now the One Plus One is obviously my go-to device every single day, just for the battery life. So I'm just pretty much thinking that the new iteration is going to be pretty high spec and end up looking great on paper, but sucking on battery life like most other
yeah.
flagships. What you thinking, man?
I think the battery life is going to take a step back a little bit. I would agree with that. But I think it's going to be a really good phone, and overall, it's going to be really really nice. But the thing I have an issue with is they're using that Snapdragon chip, and it's a 2.1. I mean, it's like how many chances does Snapdragon get to make the chip right? You
Yeah,
know, so I'm a little worried about that. Last thing we need is the One 2 to be overheating. That's the last thing we need because that's been a rock solid phone for both of us. It's phones that we still use today. So, we would love to upgrade our One, but if it has this overheating issue and it throttles down and the battery life isn't as good, yeah, I mean, pretty much put a fork in it for this year's flagship phones from Android. All we have left is a Note. So, but here's to hope. I really hope it's good. I'm excited about the fingerprint scanner. I didn't care about it at first, but once I had it on my S6, it made things a whole lot better, and
yeah,
I'm super
man.
pumped about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about fingerprint scanners. I mean, they are a bit gimmicky, but I think when you're using it on a daily basis, it's a lot easier than typing passcodes in or patterns
Yeah.
on the screen and all that kind of rubbish. So yeah, why not throw it on, I suppose.
Yeah.
So tonight, as I mentioned, we're trying to get some guests on. So actually, what we'll do is, if you're a viewer and you watch TikTok and BS every week, then send either me or Kevin a tweet of why you should be on the show, and we'll get you on for a little segment and see how things go. Why not, Kevin? What's your thoughts? Let's have a drink.
Ah, man, I love coffee. Anyway, sorry.
I love
Yeah,
brew.
let's do it. Actually, I just tweeted out a few minutes ago. So yeah, if you want to be on the show, tweet us TTBS, and we'll get you on the show for a little bit, ask you a couple questions, and enjoy it. So I'm super pumped about the One 2. But what about the room? What about the new iPhone rumors, man? Like they're talking about some crazy specs. You know, talking
Yeah.
about slow motion 4K shooting, touch force screen, and like all this crazy stuff, man. So what do you think about that? You think these are just rumors, or you think this actually could happen?
It's the same every year, I suppose, as far as iPhone rumors go. But I really can't call it with the iPhone because Apple are just the kind of company that'll let all these rumors just flow. Then at the last minute, they'll just hit you with the same old. Especially when it's an S kind of variant.
Yeah,
It's never usually like a huge bump up. It's more of just a little incremental things. But I would definitely like to see Force Touch, maybe on the home button kind of idea.
yeah.
But I don't know how well that would function. But it was definitely a cool idea. I don't see. I really don't know if I'll see 4K video in the next iteration. Um, Seems a bit far fetched for Apple at the minute, if you ask me. What do you think, man?
Yeah, since it's since it's a variant, like an S variant, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening at all. Like maybe with the 7, but it's so many people backing up this rumor, and the leaks are coming from a credible source. It's like maybe it's happening, and I mean Apple is not afraid to innovate nowadays since Cookie took over. So I'm not sure. It could happen.
It could. I hope it does. To be honest with you, it'd be pretty cool to see it. But I'm not. I just Apple are not like the kind of company who dive into all this like new stuff straight away. They wait, reinvent it, call it their own. I don't know what they could call 4K video, maybe Apple K or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird them shooting 4K and their screen's not even full HD yet. So I
yeah.
don't know. Like,
But that's the thing, man. Like, I just don't. I just don't see it. I really don't. I don't see Apple venturing into 2K screens, 4K video recording. And if they do, what will the price be like?
I mean, it's gonna be the same price. I, I don't see the iPhone being much more expensive. I mean, I think they're in that price range, and technology gets cheaper over time. So I don't foresee it, being. I don't foresee it costing more money.
Yeah.
So.
So Ed just got in touch.
Yeah.
He didn't realize that he was on today.
It's all good. We'll keep it moving.
So yeah, we'll keep it going, man. We'll get Ed on another day. So sorry if you were waiting for Ed. So Ruben de Norana is asking, are you going to do an updated setup tour anytime soon?
Talking to me or talking to you?
I don't know. I pretty much I've never done a setup tour, so I presume it's you.
A lot of people are asking about the setup tour video from me, and I don't know. I mean, I feel indifferent about setup tours because I don't think I have like a special setup or anything amazing. So it's like, here's my monitor, here's my computer, bye. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think my warrants anything like a separate video for it. But a lot of people really want to see one. So I think I may make one, but I'm just not excited about it, so I'm not going to do it yet. What about you, man? I mean, I did one setup tour, and I just wasn't happy about it. I just wasn't impressed with it. So.
Lance just popped in. What's up?
Lance.
We're just talking about setup tours. I don't really like setup tours, and I like watching other people set up tours. But my room is never clean enough to do a setup tour. And to be honest with you, I can't really be bothered cleaning it to do one. so that's pretty much it, man, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, setup tours or whatever. I mean, I don't know. If they have something interesting to show off, it's cool, but most of the time everybody has the same stuff anyway,
yeah.
Whatever.
Unless you're Lou from Unbox and you've got like
Yeah.
Crazy setups, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know, I just think a lot of people are doing setup tours just to do it. Like, hey, this is what I got on mine. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
just to show off.
yeah, just to kind of show off what they got. I mean, and I mean that's cool. Everyone has their own thing, man. But as Lon was saying, like my setup isn't anything particularly great. So it's like you can see my setup in my videos. I don't have any like hidden switches and my desk lift up and fireworks go. I don't have it like that. So it's like I don't see a point of a setup tour. But that's me though. That's me. Everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own prerogative. You know, I'd rather do something else like a what's on my phone type of video because that's more practical for what I do. You know.
Yeah. So, Lon, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
How are you, bro? Thanks for getting on.
Yeah.
At very short notice. You're just
No, I'm still trying to wake up. 'Cause I literally just woke up.
Yeah, I was telling Ryan that. I was like, Ryan, it's gonna be tough today, man, to get people up and at it on this thing, man. Many people didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were drinking, eating barbecue, and food coma and everything, man. I didn't wake up till 9:30 in line. You know how early I wake up, so 9:30 like
Late.
I couldn't even move, man. I'm sitting here smashing down coffee and everything, man, all day. But so Lon, man, we were talking about the OnePlus 2. So let's kind of fill you in, man. What do you think about the OnePlus 2 leaks and all that stuff? Have you been following it, or?
I haven't been following it too much, but I don't know, because I don't know. I guess I was one of the few people that wasn't all that hyped up for the first one. I didn't really care for the first one too much, so I haven't been paying attention to the OnePlus 2. But I mean, I know a couple things about it. Like it's gonna have USB Type-C, and like the price point might be a little higher. It's like a metal design or whatever. So I know a few things, but outside of that, I haven't been following it too much.
If any of you guys ordered the VR,
What?
the VR, they published it on the website the other day. Like I had it in my basket. Do you know how they're going to do the launch with the VR headset?
I got.
Yeah. Like I've got so many lying about the house, but I was like, maybe I'll try and pick one up. But obviously it's
It's the same thing. But so Lon, what was it about the OnePlus One that didn't impress you, or you just didn't care for it?
Well, like the thing is, I think the main appeal for it was because it was running CyanogenMod, and I was never a CyanogenMod fan. Like I didn't, like I liked other ROMs. I like Paranoid Android or like what was the other one? It was like CyanogenMod but had more features. I can't think of the name right now. But I just never liked that ROM, so that's another thing that sort of put me off about the phone. But I mean, the specs were cool, but everything else I thought was just like, you know. I thought the only reason why I got so much hype was the fact that it was running Cyanogen out of the box, and that was it. If it was running like some other OS with like some colorful skin or whatever, some Chinese skin, it would have been like, people would have been like, whatever, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to overdo it this year, man. Definitely. They're going to let the success of last year go to their head a wee bit, and I think it's going to be a disaster. No, I'm not. It's not going to be a disaster, but it's just. I think it's going to be overpriced and not as good.
Well, you know, I wasn't big on CyanogenMod in the first place, but what they have on their phone is what's important to me. So I guess that's why I liked it so much. It had all-day battery life, had a really nice screen, and that's what I wanted then. Now I kind of want a nice camera and all-day battery life. And if it has those two things, I'm happy. So it depends on what a person wants. Like what's important to that person today, you know? So for me, it checked the two boxes that was important to me. So that's why I really liked the phone. And that price point was really attractive. I'm guessing it's going to start at $350, and then the upgraded model with more memory is going to be $400. And I think that kind of puts it in Moto X range a little bit. So I think that's treading some unknown waters at that price point for a lot of people. But I still think for $400 for $350, you're still gonna get an awesome phone compared to most phones at that price.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Good. I actually, I could probably live without having a good camera on my phone.
I don't think I could, man. I used to think that I can, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like you don't realize how many photos you take until you have a bad camera, because Like I'm using my Moto X right now, and it's awful. Like the camera's just that's the really worst part about the phone is the camera.
Yeah, but the thing is though, what I mean is I use my OnePlus One at the minute as my daily driver, as my work phone. So I definitely don't take pictures all day because I would lose my job. So at the weekend, I can bust out one of the other flagships, like G4, S6, whatever, have a good camera, and maybe use them. So if it had a great price again, maybe the camera wasn't as good, I could definitely live with that. I don't know.
But most people don't have a weekend phone. Weekday. You know, most people want a phone they can use it all the time. So now for me, after using the S6, like just like Lon said, I agree with you on that. You don't realize how many pictures you take. And me having the S6, it made me take more pictures because I was confident, like, hey, I can get a good shot of it. It's like if I go to a nice restaurant, they have some cool, detailed decor I want to take a picture of, I'll grab my phone, take a picture of it, and move on. With the OnePlus One, I'm like, I ain't gonna take a good picture of this, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna stare at it for a long time, and hopefully I can install it in my mind or something. Or like a receipt, you can take a picture of a receipt easier with a nice phone. I can't count how many times I've taken a picture of a receipt that I needed to expense versus shove it in my wallet, put it in my pocket, try to remember it. I'll just take a picture of it or whatever. So Lon, since you're obviously an Apple fanboy, you're obviously an Apple fanboy, Lon, because you have an iMac. What do you think about the new iPhone rumors? Like, have you been following those at least, or?
I haven't followed those either.
So okay, well I'll kind of feel you. They're talking it's going to shoot 60 frames per second 4K video, 240 frames per second full HD video. I mean, they're talking stuff like that. They said they're going to use a Snapdragon chip, which is a bad word to me right now, but they're promising double battery life and Force touch screen. Like at Techno Buffalo. Yeah, I was like Techno Buffalo actually had the leak. It was a spec screenshot at Foxconn that they got, and it was translated from Chinese to English. So that's kind of what's happening, and that's the rumors right now. What do you think about that?
That's I don't know. That's going to be kind of crazy if that's that route that Apple's going. If they're going to go with like a Snapdragon chip, that's going to be very strange.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see why they would do that because they've been making their own chips they've been doing that for a while. So I don't know why they would just automatically just jump ship from what they've been doing with their own in-house chipset. So that's kind of weird, but.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they fell out with Samsung.
I think they're actually probably working a little bit closer. I would say.
That's just strange because Samsung just started using their own in-house chips, and then if Apple jumps to a non-Samsung chip,
it could be interesting.
I don't know if that correlates in any way with Samsung just not wanting to do it just because they've been using their own.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. It is. It could make for a pretty good story if it does happen. But I really can't see it. Apple's, I don't know. Apple is pretty predictable if you ask me. Every year, especially with the S variants, everything's pretty predictable.
But you know that like since Cookie took over, they've been a little more aggressive, changing things and doing things differently, and really pushing the envelope. I mean, the 5K screen. I mean, I don't think if Jobers was around, I don't think he would have made that leap. It seems like Cookie is more like aggressive in making these changes and everything. So
sorry, maybe I go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like just like Ryan, man, my phone is blowing up. just like what Ryan said earlier, it's an S variant, and they usually don't make a lot of changes on the S variants. So it might be something that they're testing for the 7, and those specs are just sneaking out now. Who knows? Go ahead, Lon.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you said about Tim Cook because I think a lot of the things that have changed with Apple wouldn't have happened if Steve Jobs was still around. Like I don't think we would have had whether it was a good or a bad change. I don't think we would have had like the iPhone 5C or the iPhone 6 Plus. I don't think we would have had any of that. I don't think we would have even had an iPad Mini. So a lot of the stuff that we're seeing, I think Cook was more willing to adapt to the changes in the market, and Jobs was. I don't think we would have seen any of that with Jobs, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but from what we saw when he was around, that wasn't really happening. So, and then what was I gonna say? Kind of lost my train of thought. I was trying to go back to where
It's alright, man. This is like a crazy show today. So
yeah.
chain of thoughts don't even exist, man.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to think back to what you said about the next iPhone. Oh, the 4K recording. I think that is plausible. I definitely think 4K recording is coming because there's no way they're going to stick with the 8 megapixel sensor again. So I definitely think that definitely is plausible, and So
it's plausible to me, but like their screen isn't even 1080p yet. Like that's the thing that gets me is like they're gonna jump to 4K on the camera, but their screen's not 1080p. I just think I don't know, and like their camera is still a great camera. Like still, even if it doesn't have the specs, I think the hardware and software being built in house is a huge advantage to them. And I think they still can do good things. And Apple's never been about specs. Like when they do keynotes, they never talk about specs. They say, "Oh, it's 28% faster," and everyone goes crazy and claps. Like I think that's Apple's MO. Like they don't share with you specs and stuff unless you really dig into it. But I mean, and I'm agreeing with you, Lionel, on this one though. I think it's super plausible. I just don't know if it's going to happen because it's like. Why do they have why do they blow their wad on an S variant, especially if the 6 normal is just good and they can just increase something or add a new feature and everyone's happy still? I don't know. I think they're testing stuff for the 7 for sure. But I don't know. Who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess that kind of does make sense, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But
I'm excited. I'm excited for it for sure. I like picking up the latest iPhone, and I really hope that Apple just released something that makes everybody go, "Damn!" I really want that to happen.
I think if they do, I don't think the 6S is going to do it. I think we'd have to wait for probably the 7 for that.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Do you think? I don't know. Do you think Apple would ever maybe skip this S variant and just making too much money? Making too much money?
I mean, why not milk it for an extra year?
Yeah, man.
I mean, you have to do very little changes, very little hardware upgrades, and it gives them more R&D time to make the 7. I mean, the 6S, they can build that phone 3 months after their phone comes out. They can make their phone the 6, and 3 months later they can upgrade something and say, okay, we have the S, let's work on the 7. And I think that gives them it buys them an extra year.
Yeah. And the nice thing about like the iPhone that you don't really get with Android phones is that your phone still feels relevant for 2 years. So if you have the 6, you don't necessarily feel outdated by the 6S. But with an Android phone, you have like a Galaxy S6. When the 7 comes out, you're like, you feel need to upgrade it. At least we do.
Yeah, man, for sure. Kevin's dropped out of the show. This is a weekly occurrence. Either he drops out of the show or I drop out of the show.
Or you drop out.
I don't know what happens, man. It's just like maybe it's just like, yeah, I've had enough. 10-minute break.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Every week's the same. So as I mentioned, we're trying to get some random guests on the show, guys. If you want to get on the show, then hashtag TTBS and just ask, and you will be on. Because we're just having a random crazy night, just talking a lot of rubbish. So, Lon, what are you shooting at the minute? Anything interesting that you can tell us about?
Right now, I do not have anything on my plate because of the holiday. I will be getting a couple of new things tomorrow. At least I should be getting them tomorrow. There's an M9 Plus review on the way, so I'll be doing that.
Nice.
And the Xperia Z4 tablet, I'll be doing that as well. So those should be hitting my doorstep tomorrow. So I might be, teasing them on Periscope or something.
Nice. Well, I quite like the look of the M9 Plus. Pretty much looks like everything that the M9 should have been. And welcome back, Kevin!
Hey, I'm always good. I'm always good for one.
Yeah, I was telling Lon, we always take a shot each. So we have another guest wanting to come on, little Tega. So he's going to be popping in shortly. I don't know if you guys know Tega.
Yeah.
So,
I do.
So
This is going to sound like a noob question, but how do you guys do the lower thirds?
can't tell you, man. It's a secret, trade secret.
It's under the toolbox, left hand side.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right.
So so what do you guys think about? Well, Lon, like, what do you think about the G4? I haven't heard you mention too much about it. You've had a chance to use it, right?
Yeah, I used it for a couple of weeks, and I used it when I was at E3. It's dope, man. I love the G4. It's got beautiful screen, like great camera. I love the camera.
Yeah.
And the battery life I'd say, is middle of the road. It's not spectacular, but it's better than the Galaxy S6, that's for sure.
Oh.
So. But
No,
yeah,
why are we having this battery life issue with every single phone that came out this year? Just about, man. Like, this is just terrible.
I'm loving my G4 battery life.
Well, I'm saying though, like, why don't we have 2 days by now?
Because phones are getting more powerful and the battery life technology is staying the same. That's why.
Yeah.
Battery life technology is a straight line for the last 5 years, and then specs is this. It's just going upwards.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, hey, Tega, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for getting on.
You just sent me the link, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna join.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty crazy. We never had a guest this week, so we're just doing some random stuff. So we've got a question, guys, that we can all answer, I suppose. Ruben is asking, what camera does everybody use? We'll probably cover this before, but I use the 700D. Kevin?
Oh, I use a Panasonic GH4.
70D.
A budget DSLR, the Nikon D600.
Alright, so there you go, man. That's quite a variation. So I hope that answered your question.
At least we're not all answering with the same camera.
Yeah,
GH4, GH4, GH4.
Kevin's.
I wish I got the A7S instead. I really do, man. But that's a different story. I think the GH4 is racist. It has an issue with brown skin. Brown skin does not look good on the GH4, man. Got brown skin props, man.
Yeah, man.
I look like leather, man. I look terrible.
Yeah, man. Kevin sends me screenshots like, what's my color like? I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I heard the GH4 doesn't handle skin tones very well. So.
Oh my god.
I guess that's.
It is true. I mean, I can shoot white people, God. I can record white people without an issue. I can shoot white people. No, I can record white people without an issue. But if someone's brown, oh my God, you look terrible. And I have a profile on my camera set up just for my skin. Like, why do I have to have a config for my skin? That's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, man. But Sony's pretty much killing it. Everybody's jumping to the next camera as well, so I don't know. Are we going to see a new GH4 start of next year, maybe?
Yeah, next year's gonna be new GH4, but I really think I'm gonna hop ship and go Sony. I really think next year I'm going Sony.
Yeah, man. The low light performance from the Sony cameras.
Yeah.
God, man. I mean, look at Dom's latest video. It's like he's pretty much shooting in the dark.
Well,
it looks sick.
You can't compare a production camera.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
of course.
But I'm saying the A7S. Like, I was talking to a OT4 Tech John, and he said he can shoot 1200 ISO with no grain.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
Yeah, Armando shoots.
If I go to 800, I'm done. Am I 4.8? Like, it doesn't go to 6. It doesn't go to 640 or anything like that. So I'm stuck. Like, I know the Canons go to 640.
Wait, there's no in between on the GH4.
No. And I don't get why. And it goes from to nasty, like real quick. So I'm sitting here shooting at and the good thing about the Micro Four Thirds is the depth of field isn't as strong, so I can cheat and shoot at 1.4 the whole time and get everything in focus. So I kind of work with it. But honestly, man, I'm really getting to the point where I'm like, yo, I need a new camera. But I bought the GH4 4 months ago. Like I physically cannot do.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to not get envious with especially when everybody else is upgrading, because that's how I feel too. Like I feel like I need a new camera also, just because. I mean, I have the same problem. I can't go above like 600 ISO or whatever because my footage looks like toast when I do that.
Yeah, man. Canons are pretty bad for it. Like 400 is the max I can go. Any higher, and it's just great.
No, you guys are just scared because on my 6D, I would go up to 800 and nobody would even know. You guys are just scared.
I haven't gone to 800. I've gone to like 640, and it looks okay at 640.
Yeah, it looks fine. No, listen. When I tell you the GH4 at 800 is terrible, like I was saying you something, bro. Like black doesn't exist. Black looks like zebra stripes. It's really bad.
Oh
man. I love tapioca pudding, by the way.
Nice, man. I'm getting hungry actually. Lon, are you going to upgrade to 4K?
I mean, I want to, but I just picked up the 70D like back in January, so. I don't know. It's I don't want to spend money if I don't have to right now.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Tiga?
What?
Are you wanting to upgrade to 4K anytime soon?
Oh, no, not anytime soon.
No.
Because, well, for me, because I don't think there's a point of upgrading to 4K for me because no one watches in 4K. Like, I think it's like less than 2% that actually watches in 4K, and I don't think that's a big enough population for me to jump to 4K yet.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, I shoot in 4K, but I don't render in 4K. I don't waste my time.
Yeah, man.
Only reason I shoot in 4K is so I can crop in, you know. And I told Lon that day one, I was like, yo, I can crop in.
Yeah.
I'm big on cropping in, man, because I can like have a shot that's poorly framed. I'm like, man, I don't feel like zooming in this lens. Let me just shoot it like normal. And like I can literally shoot one video with one angle, one lens, one everything, and crop it like 6 different ways. It looks like I'm more. I love it. So lazy.
You probably don't even do a tripod level. You probably just straighten it out in post.
Hey,
too, I bet.
you know how I roll. You know how I roll, bro.
Yeah.
Running gun, man. Running gun. Woo!
I already know what I do, man.
It's like the bubble meter. The bubble is all the way on the left side. You don't
Yeah.
even care.
Bubbles off the scale, man.
That's what they make posts for, man. Is double click, tilt it a little bit, pull it out. Oh, you're good, man. That's why. The only reason I shoot in 4K, and also I do fake slides too. I zoom in on it.
You just
Oh man, I cheat so much. Oh good.
Oh man. Oh, this is getting pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I can't.
Oh.
So, we've got some more questions in that we could probably ask everybody yet again. Who's all going to CES? I'm going.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
I hope I went last year, so I should be able to still go, right? Right?
Right? Nah.
I would believe so.
If not, I will be making up a website like some people I know. I'm just making up a website so I can go.
There you go. Yeah, man.
You guys are slick, by the way. I know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, no, we hit the 1,000 unique viewers in 2 days already. So
Good, man.
yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, man. You've got to do what you've got to do, man.
How much did the click farm cost?
What?
How much did the click farm cost?
The click farm. Oh, dear man. So yeah, Kevin, you've already published an article on my site anyway, man. So you'll be there.
Yeah, I published one article. I'm good. See, yes, inbound.
You're all good, man. You're all good, man. You can carry my bags and stuff.
I don't carry no one's bags.
I'm only playing, man. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it.
Going to IFA. Who's going?
I'm going to IFA, man. Can't wait.
Yeah.
So,
We'll have to meet up, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So got my hotel and stuff booked. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. I wish I can go to IFA. Sounds like fun. Hope you guys have a terrible time. No, man. I'm excited to see you guys, see everyone's coverage at these events, man. Like after being on the press side of events, it's like I don't know. I feel better just watching it now because Lon, I respect you going to all these shows because I already know the gruel and the grind that it is as going to a show and covering everything and stuff. And
Yeah.
I already know how it is, man. It's like I don't want to do that again. Like if I'm gonna go as a consumer and just enjoy it and make one video like, hey, cool stuff I found at CES and shoot some B-roll like random crap and call it a day. Because I respect you for that, Lon. I know how hard it is, man. Like
Yeah, because I mean, you were there at CES, and it was like a lot of run and gun, and then
oh my god,
run
we
and
had
gun.
schedules left and right, man, and like people weren't there. People didn't even know who we were, and schedules, and they remember. Oh god, it was tough, man.
I'm still getting used to it because it's hard to constantly be running and gunning and trying to make everything as high quality as possible when you're just jumping from one to the next. It's tough, man. I'm not sure how much people realize that, but and then you got to stay up like late editing, like 3 or 4 in the morning, sometimes even longer if you're slow like me. You have till 6.
But I think that's the beauty of it too. Like people don't know how it is, and that's good though. That means you guys are doing a great job at covering it. Because if people don't know how it is, that means you guys do a really good job of pushing out high quality stuff. But I mean, keeping up with memory cards, keeping up with batteries, like oh crap, I only got 5 minutes of footage left. All right, what can I delete? Like plugging in external hard drives, you're dumping stuff. I mean, there's always that oh crap moment every single day where it's like, oh my god, what just happened? I deleted it, So yeah, dude, covering events is stupid, man. It's a lot going on, man. But Lon, you went to E3, man. How was E3, dude?
It was dope, man. It was a lot of fun. That actually wasn't so hectic because it was our first time and we didn't have that same level of access that we do with the other shows. So it was a little bit more relaxed. We just kind of had a few appointments. Like, I mean, I think we had like maybe 10 appointments total. So it's something like that. It wasn't that many, but we got a chance to just kind of hang out a bit and get in line, play some of the games. But man, the lines were ridiculous, man. They're like for Star Wars Battlefront, I think we were lined for like an hour and a half just to play Battlefront. But we got to play for like 30 minutes though, which was cool.
Well, that's why the line was that long.
Yeah. Like I looked it up because Kevin was going to go, and the price was like insane. I was like, yeah, man, I'll check if I can get a press pass and stuff. So I looked up and like, yeah, I got accepted for a press pass. Then the next minute, the price came up, and I was like, what?
It was like $3,000 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
$3,000.
Yeah, it was like insane money, man. I was like,
That was the Ryan price.
It was 1,500, and I had another 1,500 on, for the time it took me to look it up.
But I see that. Hold on, are you drinking piss?
Yeah, man.
You are Scottish, so you drink piss.
I am brew, man. I am brew.
Is that beer or is that apple cider? What is that?
It's better, man. It's just I can't even tell you, man, because it's that good. That's just the way it is.
Oh, okay.
So we've got another question in for everybody. This is probably a question that a lot of us have already answered, but anyway, this show is crazy, so let's just do it. What are your daily drivers? Right now, I'm using the OnePlus One. Kevin.
Yeah, I'm bouncing between the OnePlus One and the Droid Turbo still. Shh, don't tell anybody, Lon. I should have said it out loud.
I'm using the Moto X right now, but
yeah, I wanted to try out that phone, but I never got a chance to do it. How's that phone? How is the Moto X?
It's good. Everything I love everything about it. It's just the camera sucks. That's about it. So if you like taking pictures, man, the Moto X is not gonna make you happy because every time I take a photo, I'm just like, should I share this or should I not share this?
So what device are you using, Tiga?
Right now I'm doing the G4.
Cool, man. Is that the white? Is that like the white plastic back or the white leather?
That's a Verizon.
Oh, Horizon.
Tramp stamp.
I hate Verizon for that, man.
Man, I hate like the Galaxy S6 that you guys have got, like the fact that it says Galaxy S6 on the back, man, it's like pretty stupid looking.
Yeah. Hey, there's a couple more questions that came in on Twitter. Let's go ahead and knock these out real quick. I want people to know that we care about them.
Yes.
So, first of all, hashtag TTBS. Tweet one of us on Twitter, and we'll get to your questions. This is from Brendan Ahern. He wants to know, what do you think about the second-gen Moto 360? What will it feature?
I don't really feature.
I mean, what can it really feature?
What else can it feature apart from
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like an OLED screen for one. I think that would be
better battery.
Well, OLED screen will give you better battery life for one, and for two, you can have the active the active display will not use any battery. Use very little battery, because right now the active display I think is dope. Yeah. Especially different smartwatches now, like the American smartwatch. Go ahead and check out my video on my channel. Little plug right there. But that watch face has like one of the best looking ambient modes. It's dope. But on my Moto 360, the screen has to be on for it to work, so I lose more battery. I think OLED display, and I think it took so much flack for the flat tire. I think they're gonna find a way to get that removed, and it's gonna be just a clean circular bezel all around, and hopefully aesthetic.
I made a cool video, a little plug, bum, about how to utilize the flat tire on the Moto 360. Flat tire doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think people love to make a big deal out of everything. Yeah. It's just like everything else. It's like the LG fans will be like, "Oh my God, you just got a flat tire, man." I don't really care, man.
It's not a big deal. The flat tire is not a big deal, but I think they will catch more flack for it if they do it again, because it's been proven that you can make a round smartwatch without the flat tire. Like LG did it, Huawei did it. Granted, like, they have a front metal bezel on those watches to maybe hide that a little bit more, which Motorola doesn't have. It's just all glass in the front. So we'll have to see, I guess.
Right, I got another good. This is a pretty good question actually. It's from @TechNewsUK. What's your favourite packaging that you've ever seen for a device? Who wants to start? Kevin's fishing.
Yeah, I was gonna grab one, but I think the Alcatel One Touch Pro Media packaging was like the dopest thing ever.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking for the box, but yeah, it had like a. Hang on, y'all answer the question. I'm gonna find the box.
I'm gonna grab one too.
I forgot it. Right. Tega. Oh, everybody's gone. Right, so I'll answer my question. Packaging wise, I couldn't really care less. I hate unboxings. I don't really like boxes. So I'll let the other guys deal with the packaging aspect. Kevin.
Yeah. So hey, thanks. So yeah, this is the Alcatel One Touch Pro Idle 3. You can slide to unlock, and then you open it up. Hang on. Open it up, and you got something like this. Live unlock. You got the two panels right here. Boom, boom. I mean, this is a dope packaging. Really dope packaging. And then
it was really cool.
Yeah, and then hold on. Oh, the recording pull out, and the phone was sitting here chilling. So I think, Jesus, stop fighting me. All right.
Can you really count that though? Because it's PR packaging.
All right.
It's still nice though.
So I just pretty much said that I couldn't really care less for packaging because I really hate unboxings. But I found a box that actually impressed me the first day I got it. Soundface Bluetooth speaker. All right. So watch this bad boy.
Oh. That's kind of cool.
Wait a minute. You ready?
Oh, that's cool.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Like it's talking to me.
Right, Lon, what you got?
No. One thing I will say about Chinese OEMs is that they really know how to package their stuff. So this is not this is a ZT Nubia box, but you can kind of get this stuff from other companies too. But it's pretty plain on the first layer. Then here's the head. This is the USB cable, and obviously this is just the charger. But then here's This is the headphones. That's how they're packaged in this little wheel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Pretty dope.
Taylor, you got anything?
Me? Well, just recently, the recent boxes is just the simple art shapes. Like this middle thingy that hold the
Yeah.
earbuds, that's insane.
Yeah, RHA, their packaging is pretty dope actually.
Yeah.
There's like so many ear tips, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, pretty cool. And they sound really nice too. So I
Yeah.
guess.
Is that the ones that you can like change the driver to change the sound kind of thing?
Not. This is the MA750.
Oh yeah, cool. Still good.
Hey, Tiger. We actually had a question come in for you. Ruben Day, no.
Norana?
Yeah. He wants to know. Do you still recommend the Me Fitness Band?
Yeah, dude, it's insane that like a $20 fitness band can do so much, and it's only $20. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Cool. Also, another question came in that we're gonna get different answers, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. What has been your most effective way to get products from big companies such as Samsung or LG? All of our answers are gonna be different, but I think still a good question. So go ahead, Ryan. You can start first. Ryan's gonna give you an answer that's not gonna work if you live in America, by the way. But go ahead.
Oh, how do I get devices from these people? Is that what you're asking? Well, first of all, I work with the PR companies here in the UK, and in the UK, it's totally different because what happens is loads of different PR companies bid for big companies' business, and whoever gets it gets it. So all I do is, well, most of the time now, they actually just contact me and ask me, do I want to review the device? I know in America it's so hard, but
Yeah.
with Samsung devices, I actually know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Leave it alone, Ryan. Leave it alone.
So you know what? That's just what happens.
I think
know,
Ryan is the first guy to do the S6 review.
Yeah.
And he had the glowing desk.
Listen, that was my first time ever used a DSLR.
His whole desk was glowing. Like he shot it like he was in heaven, like the gates of heaven opened up. Everything was glowing. That's how Ryan shot the video.
The dead man, you wish you had that video, man. Don't lie.
Me and Lyle were following the video.
Yeah.
Like, who is this dude?
It gave me a good laugh, man. It just I don't even know how you got your desk to glow that much. I was like, did he do this in post, or is this a 1000 ISO, or what is he doing?
That was the first time I had ever touched a DSLR camera in my whole entire life.
It showed.
Yeah, but look, when you think about it, when you look back at how long ago that was to what I'm doing now, you got to give me some props, man. Sure.
Yeah, you learn a ton.
Yeah.
AKA, you bug me every day.
No, you've made a lot of good progress, man. I like your stuff, dude.
Yeah. So when the Note 5 happens to show up at my front door, then I guess I won't make it look heavenly. Maybe I will. You know what? See, because if I get it first again, it's going to be heavenly, man. I'm just going to blow everything out.
When you get the Note 5, you're gonna call me and you're gonna mail it to me, and I'm gonna come get it. That's what you're gonna do when you get it. Okay, so I guess I'll answer the question too. So I go through like Verizon and AT&T directly. So I have to go through Samsung or whatever. And it's easier for me because like there's regional people, so I deal with the Midwest region of Verizon. And the way I got that contact is that I went to a Verizon store and asked them for press contact, and I was able to contact them through there. But I already had a significant following on YouTube already. I already had 30,000 subs. So you have to figure out like how is it going to benefit them, you know? So if you're starting off, it may not be as easy to get something like that. But what I recommend doing, go into a store, talk to the manager, ask, hey, can I use this floor model or whatever and shoot 5 minutes of the phone. I'm a blogger, I'm a journalist, I want to get some footage of the phone. And most stores will say okay. Like they're not gonna say no suit for you and run off. I mean, but you need to ask questions first. Don't just walk in there with your camera all weird, have it in your coat and kind of like record your B-roll, do pans and stuff. I mean, if you ask for permission, you'll be fine. And and they may even go in the back and give you a phone to record. So.
Oh,
You mean don't do it guerrilla style? Like
Yeah.
go in Apple Store, start typing on a MacBook.
Yeah, what the?
Camera
I see
down.
that now. That's weird, man. That's weird, dude.
yeah, it's cool though. Gorilla style is pretty awesome.
You know what? That reminds me of when we were at CES, and like every time we're recording a phone, someone just touches it and like moves it. Like, okay, here's got the camera set up, got the microphone set up. I put it in place. I'm like, record, and suddenly some guy walks up like, what are you doing, man? You got what's happening?
Yeah, I remember when I did that. I was filming the Sony smartwatch. I was doing like a pan or something, and a guy just picks it up and grabs it out of the frame. I'm like, I was just panning that right there.
I was panning that. I'm not on the shirt. I was panning that.
Oh, so, Lon, how do you get products?
Me, I just sit and wait for him to come to the door, man. That's it.
Show up.
Lon just gets packages, man.
Yeah. Android Authority sends them to me. They do all the legwork, man. I just wait and relax and
Lon just sleeps, man, until it's time to shoot.
Yeah. They show up in from weird packaging and weird addresses. You don't ask questions, just know. Don't ask questions, just know here's the phone.
Yeah. Man, I always gotta go and get the packages because I wake up at like 1 or 2. The packages will come at like 8 in the morning. I always gotta go and get them.
Oh God, living the life.
So take it. It's pretty similar to Kevin. How you get your stuff?
Yeah, I take a very similar route to Kevin. Like I go to like Verizon stores and ask for the press contact, but they won't usually give it to a kid. So I give up. I just email them through like the press contact I find on the website.
That's terrible, man.
Tiger, do you need an adult?
Huh?
You need to get an adult to go to the store for you, like hand some $10 to do it for you or something, like you're trying to buy beer at the corner store.
Yeah, I should.
That's a good idea.
Here's $10. Press contacts.
That's pretty cool, man. Tiger, you should totally try that, man. I bet that would work.
All right.
Film it, man. Vlog it while you're doing it, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know, you should do a video like how stores are age discrimination. Go in there after a press conference, they say no, get somebody else and they say yes, and you come in there with the camera
Oh my gosh, that's gonna go viral.
Yeah, that would go viral, man.
Flip over the display unit, smash an iPad.
Man, that would.
Forget YouTube.
Yeah, it would go viral, man. And like, you'll have all these companies emailing you like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, we're so ageist."
We'll give you like the next batch of phones.
Yeah, man.
We would give you every single Samsung Galaxy S5 because we want to get rid of them. We'll give you every single 30 S5s, and then a case company would send you 80 cases for them. I'm gonna do 80 cases.
Oh, man, this is getting ridiculous, man. Right, so this is a cool question. A friend of the show, Ash Taylor, at Trembling Water. You should check him out, guys.
Wow.
He asks, what are your favorite non-mobile tech items? Non-mobile.
My camera.
All right.
my camera. I mean, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Lon?
I was gonna say camera too, but I feel like I should say something else.
You should. You definitely should.
I like my iMac because I'm an Apple fanboy.
Yep.
What about you, Tiga?
I was gonna say camera first, then I was gonna say computer next, and then.
All right. Besides camera and computer, how about that? What else besides camera and computer?
I don't know. I guess.
Get a light.
The salt lamp. The salt lamp. That's my favorite tech so far.
What the heck? What are you doing? Is that Spike Lee angles? I can't. Get the hockey stick out the way, Brian. Nobody care about hockey.
That's my new.
A lava lamp?
Dude, no, that's a salt lamp.
Salt lamp.
A salt lamp?
Yeah, Jonathan Morrison's got a few of them, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now all the kids want one.
Hey, Lon, you know about this one, Lon. He's a biter. He's a biter. Oh, Lon, in the b-boy scene, you know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta end. All right, we gotta go.
This is my favourite non-tech item, my hockey stick. My new hockey stick, man. It's awesome.
Non-tech item. I realize I have no life because I don't have any non-tech items.
Yeah, man. You need to get your stuff together.
I think it's this thingy. I like this. I have one at work and one at home. It's all good.
You always got that on your hand, man. You love that.
Tell my hand strength, man. Like, just in case I need to climb a mountain, I got a good hand strength. And I can give nice firm handshakes. Dude, I have a killer handshake. You wanna shake my hand? I go, boom, I'll crush your bones, and like Mortal Kombat fatality, man. Just
Man, that's pretty aggressive, man. Really.
oh, you got the bobblehead.
That's my non-tech item.
I love all my toy collection.
Oh man, we're talking about toys now.
Yeah. Well, it's Tech Talk and BS, man. So anything goes, right?
Yeah. Hey, Lon, I like that hat, Lon. That's cool, man.
Yeah. Ruka.
Nice, man.
All right. So last question, because this won't take long to answer anyway.
All right.
Why do Apple never give media phones to review? Because they don't have to, pretty much.
Oh,
Because they only give it to the major sites, and they don't care about anybody else.
The Verge.
Yeah, like Bloomberg, The Verge, whoever else.
yeah.
All the biased people.
Well, yeah, correct. I did extensive research on this when I did my Apple rant like 8 months ago. And basically what they do is they give, oh my God, I got snot coming on my nose. Jesus, sorry. What they do is they give people like Bloomberg and The Verge, they give them early access to their products because they know they'll give a positive review. And if they don't give a positive review, they're on their list where they don't give them review units. I mean, they send out the least amount of review units as anyone else out ever. Like, I mean, they'll probably send it out to like 10 different websites and that's it. And because these websites, if they get the product early, it's going to help them out tremendously. I mean, whoever has the first iPhone review, they're getting millions and millions of hits. No question about it. So, of course, they're going to give a favorable review to stay on that green list, you know? I mean, you know, anything with Apple, you know The Verge is going to cover it extensively, and they're going to exhaust it, and that's what Apple wants. So, of course, they're going to do it. You know, I mean, they're not going to give an iPhone to just a random person. It's going to be so important.
Yeah, man. People that can do like 45-minute videos on the Touch ID and stuff.
Yeah.
This is Touch ID. It's amazing. You can rub it. I don't know, man. Right. Anyway, I think we're killing it, man.
Yeah. I think it's time to wrap it up. So,
it's getting a bit crazy, man. I'm not rapping. I've already rapped, man.
Oh God. So before we end any live show, what we do is we give everyone a chance, 30-second chance to say whatever they want, what's on their mind, what's good, what's new. And we're going to start off to the man to my left, Tyga. So we got 30 seconds, man. Say what's on your mind.
Anything.
Wait, I don't get. Okay, tacos. I want to eat tacos for lunch. Is that enough? Do I have to say more? That's actually like what's on my mind.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess that's mine.
Kevin's went dark, man.
I'm back.
Oh man, that was one of the. I don't even know.
All right, Lon, 30 seconds.
I don't even know how to follow that up, man. Check me out at Android Authority. That's where I am.
Check out your own YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
Own YouTube channel.
See it in my lower thirds here that I just figured out.
I'll put it in the.
I'm a noob.
I'll put it in the description, man.
And I want to eat hamburgers.
Nice. Ryan.
Well, I've already eaten. So, I could go a bowl of Lucky Charms, like.
Oh, right. You got to stick with the American accent, man.
Okay, guys, so thanks so much for tuning in to Tech Talk and BS this week. We had a crazy show, some random guests, and all-out crazy talk. So
Dude, you're
I'm going to
actually
pass it
good.
over to my brother from another mother, Kevin, the Tech Ninja, and he's going to give you his badass 30 seconds. Let's have it, brother.
Dude, your accent is good, man. It's really good.
Yeah, man, I'm trying.
I think you should do a whole video like that.
I
Yeah,
told
man.
him that, but he didn't listen.
I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it.
All right. So, 30 seconds. All right. This is always tough for me to do, but we're going to talk about a real epidemic that's bothering me right now. Putting phones in trees. You need to stop that. For every phone you don't put in a tree, you're going to save a tree. So for 5 cents a day, you can save a tree by not putting a phone in it. And people are now putting Xboxes in trees and headphones in trees. It doesn't make sense. Why would you put an Xbox in a tree? You can't even plug it in a tree. What are you doing with yourself, man? Think about your decisions you make in life and how it can impact people and impact trees. Think about it.
That's pretty deep. It's pretty deep.
I'm out. I'm out. Mic drop. I'm out.
Boom.
I'm out.
Actually,
I'm out.
Hashtag phone in a tree.
okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. So, peace.